Hello students, a very good evening to all of you. Today, it just happened that I had to come live in the evening also. So my students who have been watching me live from the past few days in the morning at 12:30 must be amazed that sir has come the same day, the second time in the evening also. What is the reason? So the reason is, students, that I am getting numerous messages and calls that sir, because we are working, so we are not able to see you live as we have been working as in the colleges, teachings and busy in the morning hours. So is it possible that sir, we are all free in the evening time and we want to see you live, because live has a different feeling altogether. So I had to agree to the love and affection of my students pan India, and I today said, okay fine, though I was very much tired due to a lot of load, a lot of work, classes and so many selections. So I have to give a lot of information to the students who are joining us, because we have so many other departments apart from English literature like management, commerce, home science, history, economics and paper 1 too. So I welcome all you students. Abhay Gupta, good evening. Jaspal Singh, good evening. And I also like to feel that in the evening, it is true that most of the students might be free and they may be able to enjoy this evening session with me. So students, with a very good evening to all of you, I would just suggest that students who are wishing to be a part of UGC NET, PGT, even IAS Mains in English Literature or PCS English, so many examinations are lined up in 2020, and if you wish to excel in the field of English literature under my guidance, so it is the right time, students. And as you have seen my YouTube channel, there are many videos on different segments, different contents, whether it is IAS or UGC NET. You can see the contents and you can also enjoy these live sessions which I am taking daily. And I am taking these sessions daily because the fear factor was too much, especially from the rural areas and even in the urban areas, where students had been feeling that sir, how will I take the live classes, how it works, how will you be explaining on the board, and will I be able to talk to you? So see students, जैसे हम आपसे यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं, interact कर रहे हैं, in the same way the live session goes, and on my left hand there is a screen where your messages will come, and it is my personal platform, students. So there are many students who say, sir, is it a paid class? Yes students, when you join my personal classes, it is a paid class, but the fees is so less that any student all over India can afford this and make their careers. And yes, all those students who wish to come to Lucknow for my offline classes of IAS or UGC NET may take this attempt, and they may come by the second week of January, that is approximately by 13th, 14th of January for the new session batch. Sujata, good evening. Good evening. Chandan, thank you sir for choosing this topic. Sujata, I hope you are in my class today. You have joined my online class today, and you can feel this live session. So students, I have been getting a lot of calls regarding the world literature. So I thought, why not to take this evening session and give you a brief introduction about what this world literature is. Many of you students consider world literature as one of the most difficult part of learning, and most of you even leave this section for studies as well as the questions too, which appear in the examination. Let me tell you students that first of all, you should understand that world literature or new literature forms very little part of UGC NET exam. Not more than 10 to 15 questions in totality are asked in the paper. Sometimes it may be even 2 to 5. But still, I don't know. The fear of studying this content remains the same. I would like to tell you here students something, that world literature or new literature is not the traditional type of literature which you study in British literature. That is why I always tell students, command British literature. have a great control over British literature, because British literature ही आपकी सारी नदियों को, सारी जितने खाई पर्वत सब कुछ पार कराता है आपका लाइफ में British literature. And British literature is an aesthetic literature which pleases all our five senses. Do you agree, students? Ida Jain, good evening. Yeah. Ida Anirudh, good evening. Ida, I hope, I am sure that Ida, you are my IAS online batch student, if I am not wrong. So I am also feeling very good that my online students are live here of UGC NET even and IAS mains का हमारा जो online batch चल रहा है all India, first time in India I am taking online live classes for IAS mains. And yes, students, I would like to share one thing, that recently I came to Delhi. Many students of UGC NET and IAS mains met me there, and they were of the opinion that sir, you should come and guide us in Delhi. So the day is not far that I may be able to guide you for IAS or for UGC NET in Delhi for even few days a week. Oh yes, Ida. So I could see from your name that you are my student of IAS mains. So how your study is going on, Ida? Fine. So let me continue with this world literature to make you explain कि आपको world literature से डरने की जरूरत नहीं है. You don't need to fear for this. And here I would like to say something that even though world literature may not be the first choice of students to study, it has produced numerous writers who are renowned and even received Pulitzer Prize, Nobel Prize and many such awards that has led us to study them. There are great writers, great novelists, great writers, great poets and even great dramatists. And in this video, I will teach what is new or world literature and what all things you have to study in this content. You have to study major writers of every literature, whether it is Canadian, just mark it students, whether it is Canadian, Australian, African, Kenyan or Indian, etc. in detail along with his major works. Those students who are joining me live here in the evening session may see my past videos, especially of the morning video which I did in 12:30, where I have explained that how I teach in my live online classes, and I explain each and every major work of all the writers, whether it is Canadian, African, Australian or Indian or British. And that is the reason, students, that my students get the best content and the expertise and my 20 years of vast experience, specializing in the field of IAS and UGC NET. And I teach all the major and minor writers who are with their particular works in detail to the students. Karan Singh, good evening. Good evening, Karan. So, Karan and some of the new students who are here with me, Abhay, are you all students of UGC NET or IAS? And if you wish, yes, you can also excel like my other students have excelled, and I have a lot of getting selections. Abhi subah aur sham tak mein I have received 4 more selections of the students. One is congratulations Anamta. She is a student who joined my online classes with study materials from Moradabad. Congratulations Anamta and your family for qualifying NET under OSN Academy and my guidance. And yes, Ida, all well with your classes, sir, able to cope up faster, happy to be your student. This topic of today was the one I was to revise today, so feeling excited to hear it all. Deepak Kumar, good evening Deepak. And Ida, when I met you in Delhi, it was actually a good chance to meet all my students face to face, because in online you are teaching, the students are connected, but the connection when we feel meeting the student directly is a different feeling. So Ida, when I met you there, I had a feeling in me that yes, you are a serious candidate, you are a serious student who understands literature, and when you follow my guidance, you are going surely to win the race. So just be following my guidance time to time. Yes, Deepak. Deepak Kumar, yes, good evening Deepak. So are you an aspirant of UGC NET or IAS, Deepak? Okay. So, okay, Bharat Kumar, good evening. You said I'll just expect one thing, students, whoever are watching me here live, and if you are students of English or any other subject, you may be able to, just hold on, or any other subject, you just please tell me that, sir, I am a student of commerce or management or home science or economics or history or human resource. These are all the subjects which we deal with our professors, and these are also the subjects which you are getting the best in the entire country as far as online classes and study materials is concerned. So also students, apart from English literature, those who get connected with me or those students who are connected with the students as far as their family is concerned, friends are concerned, they may be able to help each other too much. Govind. Govind, good evening, Govind. Are you a student of English literature? Deepak, Bharat, and all those new students, Anurag. What are your subjects for UGC NET or any other exams? I am a student of home science. Deepak, you are a student of home science, and you will be happy to know that in the last 2 days we have received many selections, including JRF in the Department of Home Science, where Dr. Smita Singh and Dr. Neha Mohan, our professors in the Department of Home Science, they are experienced professors, and you must be watching the YouTube videos of these professors. So in case, yes sir, I am the aspirant of UGC NET, Karan. Okay, Karan. English, oh that's good, Karan. Govind, English student, NET student. Govind, Karan. And other students of English, they are actually blessed if they are going to know me for the first time, or if you have been knowing me. So it is a good opportunity, students, that we have started our new batches. So you can connect with this number. The number is written here, and be a part of OSN Academy for the 2020, the new beginning. Fine. And Deepak, you can connect with us after this session with your WhatsApp number and call us, so that you may be able to get all the classes and every details for Home Science 2020. So just I'll tell you something brief about new literature, and then I'll not take much of your time, students. It was a great pleasure meeting you here in the evening, and as many of you students requested me to, sir, please come live in the evening, because we are all free in the evening, so I have to take the request, and because of which I had to come here today. So very good evening to all the new students who are coming here live. Bharat Kumar, student of English Literature, school lecturer. Jaspal Singh, I am student of English Literature. Anurag Kumar, English. Shruti SK, English. Okay, so all these students who have been knowing me, who have not been knowing me, Karan Singh. Okay, so if you feel like to be my student, to be a student of OSN Academy, to excel in the field of English literature, they may contact me, they may WhatsApp me, so that they may be able to go ahead with their career. So now I'll just give you one brief introduction about the new literature, so that you may understand that how I'll be teaching you in my class the same subject, new literature, in my own personal panel. So students, new literature in English ye hai kya? What is this term new literature? New literature in English basically is also known as Commonwealth literature. It is also known as Third World literature, and more recently as post-colonial literature refers to the Anglophone literature of Asia, of Africa, of Caribbean, of Oceania, and even of Canada. And the field has direct overlaps with English studies. For instance, by including the black literature or the Asian British literature, as well as travel writing. Travel writing in the today's world is actually taken the form of literature, a big literature, jisko kehte hain true belly letters. And the recent years, students have been seen a phenomenal growth in the field of literature. Academic interest has acquired roots in these fields. So सबसे पहले आपको ये जानना होगा कि न्यू लिटरेचर है क्या. Karan Singh, sir, I know you before. Anurag Kumar, I think you are a good speaker, sir. Thank you, Anurag. Thank you, Karan, for knowing me. And you have to just, connect with me from the core of your heart. Feel as if you are in the temple of education, and feel passionate that yes, as other students have been qualifying and becoming lecturers. In the morning session, in the last 2 days, I told students that I have received a dozen of selections from MPPSC, those students who came to OSN for physical classes, because that time last year I had no online classes. So all these students have joined as assistant professors permanent in the Madhya Pradesh degree colleges, postgraduate colleges in different cities. So I feel so happy and excited, and I congratulate it from this platform of OSN Academy and YouTube, that may God bless you and you all become great lecturers, readers and professors, and I am proud that OSN will go ahead with your name. So students, coming back to new literature, earlier आपको ध्यान होगा कि ब्रिटिश लिटरेचर ही एक ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है, एक ऐसा एरिया है that has been traditionally taught as the only literature in English. पूरे हिंदुस्तान में आज भी ब्रिटिश लिटरेचर पे केवल फोकस किया जाता है, ये सोचते हुए कि इंग्लिश लिटरेचर मींस ब्रिटिश लिटरेचर. But these literature have gained an importance of their own with the simple reason that more than 3/4 of the people living in the world today have had their lives shaped by the experience of colonialism. And it includes the literature of the African countries. It includes the literature of Australia, Bangladesh, Canada, Malaysia, India, Malta, New Zealand, Pakistan, Singapore, South Pacific areas, and even Sri Lanka. And the difference between the literatures of the black and the white diaspora, as the literature of Canada, Australia, New Zealand developed their canons differently from all those in the brown and the black diaspora. And there is a distinction between the settler colonies and the invaded colonies. अगर हम सेटलर कॉलोनीज की बात करें स्टूडेंट्स, जैसे यूएसए हो गया, कनाडा हो गया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो गया, न्यूजीलैंड हो गया, यूरोपियन कॉलोनिस्ट्स occupied the land and colonized the indigenous population physically and emotionally. While in the invaded colonies, जहां पे इन्हें इन्वेड किया है, जैसे इंडिया, नाइजीरिया, the people were colonized in their own land and they had to learn the English language of the colonizer. Colonizer की ही English language हमें पढ़नी पड़ती है. And Commonwealth literature is an academic label, which means little to the public at large. Ask anyone to name 5 famous Commonwealth authors and you will probably receive a look of blankness that what is this question? And what important aspect of the so-called Commonwealth literature may be that it is written in one place by people from another place. Whereas an earlier generation of writers settled in Britain, जो ब्रिटेन में सेटल्ड हैं, many contemporary authors have chosen to live in Canada or even the US. And a significant part of the West Indian or the Caribbean or the diasporan has found itself in Canada alongside the Indian and the Asian diasporic or the Indian diaspora. Deepak. Yes, Ida, thank you, sir. Sure, I'll hold on your hope on me, sir. Yes, Ida, you'll go ahead a lot. You have to just follow your dreams, and one day you will become my IAS officer and producing my name in the entire country. Ida, an IAS officer with English literature is an optional subject. Nothing is impossible in the world, students. You have to have the proper guidance and that compassion and passion in your heart. That's all. And students, the prize is called the Commonwealth Writers' Prize. And it is sure bet that no author, whether Indian, Caribbean, British or African, will quarrel about the term when he or she receives the check. So this is what I wanted to tell you in detail, that how you are being taught in the live classes. The entire world of literature, students, whether it is American, Caribbean, African or any literature, Indian, diasporic. So it is taught in the class. And see, this is the preparation level where my students, even when they listen my lectures, it goes straight into their heart and mixes in the blood. हम जब पढ़ाते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को, तो हमारा ऐसा मानना है, या हमारा ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस है कि आपके खून तक में वो लिटरेचर मिक्स हो जाता है. And when the examination comes, students, And when you see even the difficult questions coming in the exam, my voice resounds your mind in the subconscious कि सर ने इस क्वेश्चन में इस आंसर में ये बताया था, and very easily you are able to segregate 50-50. दो आंसर तो आप तुरंत निकाल देते हैं क्योंकि इतने इंटेलेक्चुअल लेवल पे हम आपको पहुंचा देते हैं, और जो दो बचता है वो इमीडिएटली आप ये समझ जाते हैं कि ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, तो you get the answer. So UGC NET is an examination which requires the smart studies. It does not require the study of a labor. आपको लेबर बन के नहीं पढ़ना है. You have to start smartly, and this smart studies is done like this, which I am telling you, students. Okay, students. So not to take much of your time, because I am also feeling very much tired in the entire day session. I had to take many classes. So see you once again, and hope to meet you time to time through my YouTube live classes. And yes, students, don't waste your time. Time is very precious. Time is money. और जिंदगी में हमें हमेशा याद रखना है कि समय हाथ से निकल गया तो सब कुछ निकल गया है. आज आपके पास समय है, आज आपके पास भगवान ने सब कुछ दिया है. Grab this, hold on this, take the entire opportunity and show the world that yes, you are also something. With these words, good night and have a good day. God bless you, students. Take care.